I need my love when you just...
Music matters. Get off your damn phone. I'm here with Lance Redeker. How are you, my friend?
I'm here with my friend Dante Pellegrino. Music matters.
They know who I am. I don't know.
Yeah. But how's your day? How'd you start off your day?
Are you interviewing me or am I?
I don't know. I just want to ask you how your day is.
My day was well, dude. I mean, woke up this morning. I tried to go on a run, but my knee is bothering me.
Your knee's bothering you
profusely.
Shit, why?
I don't know. Overwork, I guess. I mean, I've been hiking and running pretty much every day, but it's just, I guess, overwork. That's the only thing I can really think of.
I feel that.
But I mean, it's so frustrating, bro, because I feel like I'm getting to a point where like my anaerobic like capacity is about like as high as it's been in like years, and now my body's just quitting on me. But I mean, I'm kind of due. I haven't like had actual like not body, but like injury issues.
Yeah, I've never had an injury. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I've been kind of getting that too. I hit up this, the PlayStation VR that I have?
Yeah.
I have the Creed VR, and that shit's like,
it's like a workout?
It's a fucking workout, dude. You remember fucking playing that with me, bro?
Yeah.
That shit was it feels like you're in a real fucking fight. And I've been doing that like every day. And like honestly, like it feels like I throw my back out. I should probably stretch before I do it, but I'm just so like, I just want to kill something, so I play the game.
Was that Creed that I was playing?
That was Creed that you were playing.
Is it Creed like the movie?
Creed the movie, based off, the movie with a part of the Rocky Balboa multiverse, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Did you get that game because you're into that stuff? Because like I know you're super into film.
Okay. That wasn't why. I just wanted to fucking, I don't know, I was playing this game and it was too violent and I was like, I don't know, I just want to get like a sports game. I was playing this game called Gorn. I don't know, that got intense and I was like, I don't know, I think I just want like a game where I could, work out in a way, because fucking going outside and running and shit, there'd be stupid people fucking coughing on you. So you got to be careful. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know people coughing on you when you go for a run.
I mean,
I don't know where you're running.
You see some people at the fucking, at like, a bunch of like fucking grocery stores and shit, and they have like their mask with their nose fucking sticking out.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
I was just talking to somebody about that like this morning actually, and I work at a restaurant and people are.
Yeah, how is that?
How is working at a restaurant?
Well, no. Well, how is like the customers, the way that they're like,
It's hard.
They got their.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the vast majority of people are very compliant in the sense that they don't have a problem with wearing the mask as they shouldn't. But I feel like a lot of the times, I mean, I wouldn't call it a lot of the times, but there are 100% people who are either very protestant to it, like they scoff at the idea of it when you mention, oh, can you please put your mask on when you're going to the bathroom? Can you please put your mask on when you're leaving your table? They kind of like give you the eyes or a dirty look. Dude, I hate how, like, not controversial, but how like opinionated the whole mask thing is. Like it's so tribal. Like you're either in the mask camp or the non-mask camp. It feels like a political party.
I mean, personally, I don't know anyone who doesn't wear a mask. Like
me neither, but there's people.
Here and there, I'll be with like someone, and then they're like, "Oh shit, do you have a mask?" And I just like have like a fuck ton of my masks because like my mom has an Amazon Prime account.
I have like 9 masks in my car.
I have like
at this point.
Damn, that's crazy. I probably have like 3 extra ones just like laying in there, just like, all right, here. I just fucking throw it to the...
Dude, one thing I've noticed is, like, COVID is continued, is, like, masks are starting to become, like, a fashion, like, facet in a way. Like, people are coordinating their masks.
I mean, I definitely do. I have, like, a fucking... Bro, it's out of the camera. Fucking... Give me the mask, Rich. It's like that Starry Night fucking Van Gogh looking motherfucker. Give me that shit. Dude, this is fucking clean as fuck. I wear this with every outfit. It has, like, starry... Fucking look at this shit. This is cool. This is cool.
Did you get?
If I'm gonna fucking wear this shit if I'm gonna wear this in public, I might as well look good.
See, okay, my whole thing was like that was my thoughts too. When I was in LA, I got like a cool rip and dip mask at the store on Melbourne.
Yeah.
And that was my thought too. It was like $25.
Yeah.
And originally, and I never spend money on clothes ever.
For sure.
But I was like, I'm gonna be wearing a mask every single day.
If you're gonna be wearing a mask every single day, it might as well look fucking dope.
But that was a scary thought to me. Like putting $25 into a mask simply because of the fact that I was so confident that I was gonna be wearing it for an extended period of time. That was scary to me because I don't want to. It was almost like me realizing that I subconsciously accepted the fact that this COVID thing is not going away anytime soon.
Okay, that is
scary.
Also a way to, that is scary as fuck. I mean, I just see it as like, if it's embedded in my routine, I'm gonna be wearing a fucking mask every day. Like, I don't know, I see surgical masks, I'm like, man, I kind of don't want to wear a surgical mask. It's not tough. So I don't know.
Do you think about it anymore? The masks?
The mask?
Or
Not
does it
really.
feel like an extension
People are like, oh my god, I have trouble breathing in it. Like, nah, that's not true. They're just.
I don't.
I, mean, I don't have any fucking trouble breathing.
Never had. Like, I personally, I don't mind it at all. I mean, obviously.
I don't mind it, no.
I mean, obviously, bro, if you gave me the choice, I'm going to walk around. Like, if there was no COVID, I'm not going to walk around with a mask. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's the most... It's not comfortable, but it's not uncomfortable to the point where it makes... It even... The thought crosses my mind that it's worth not wearing it.
It's just such a... I mean, it's something you just need to do. And during the... the times of me running a fucking Safeway or any grocery store for that matter, during the whole beginning of the pandemic, my mom was like very, very strict. Like, you need to wear a mask, you need to sanitize everything. It's so embedded in my code as a person, my routine, that I don't give a fuck anymore.
That's like, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And it's almost scary to me that I didn't realize that process was occurring.
Yeah.
I had no idea that I was slowly getting so used to this, and it's not even getting used to it. It's like subconsciously it becomes the way you're living.
Yeah.
You don't even realize it. And on one hand, I'm like, okay, that's good. People are getting used to being safe. But at the same time, on the other hand, I'm like, oh, that's because there's something to be safe from. Like, there is a pandemic going on, and it's weird to me that seems so normal now. Like, the word pandemic doesn't stir anything inside me anymore.
I feel that, hey, but at least the people that are wearing masks aren't like, okay, it's like, we're in this pandemic, we're gonna fucking have a party at the fucking beach with like 400 fucking people, Yeah. Like, at least the people have embedded in the routine that they're gonna wear masks and stuff, and that's the way that they're gonna, that's the way that they're dealing with the normalization.
That's true.
Of the pandemic lasting longer.
I mean, I think it's better than that, than just being, but back to what I was saying about, like, the mask thing being tribal. I hate that. I hate how it, like I know for a fact, dude, there are people who will like post a picture of them somewhere wearing a mask just so people will say, "Oh, you're wearing a mask." Like it's almost to the point where it's like, "Oh, like me wearing a mask is a statement of me not necessarily conforming, but me like it
I never thought of it that way.
Like, it's kind of like a statement like, "Oh, I'm safe.
Above you?" Oh, okay.
I wouldn't call it above you. I'd call it, like, I wouldn't push it to that extreme.
The way that I see it, though, I mean, fuck, they're wearing a mask. No harm. Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah, when anything becomes a trend, it becomes cringy.
But is that for the right reason? Like,
yeah. Is it for? Yeah, I mean,
do they care?
Yeah, I feel that. There are definitely people that do things to be a part of a movement, or because their friends do it, or because socially they'll look cooler. Dante, what kind of music are you listening to lately?
Lately. Mm-hmm. This morning I was listening to the new Gizzard record.
How's it?
I didn't get through it. I listened to the first two tracks.
Dude, weren't you about to see them before like the whole lockdown shit? Like you were about to see. We saw Thundercat.
Yeah.
And then after like fucking 2 months after, you were about to see.
I was seeing Gizzard. I think. Well, let me think. So if when did we see Thundercat?
We fucking Friday the 13th, March. I think we saw it like a week before the fucking... I deadass think that we saw it the week before the lockdown. Yeah,
I'm pretty positive I was supposed to see...
A month
King
after?
Gizzard in April. I want to say April.
It was, around April, around like the time of Coachella.
I was seeing him in the Greek Theater.
I was about to go to Coachella, bro. I was about to go to Coachella.
I was seeing...
You sold your ticket.
What did I do? I can't remember.
Yes, please.
I mean, I sold it, but I don't know who I sold it to. I don't know what I did with my ticket.
It's so sad. I was about...
Are you going to perform at Coachella one day?
I hope so, man.
Lance, your music would cater to a Coachella crowd.
Whoop!
And I mean that as a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you. But, like, I mean, what music makes Coachella music? I mean, mostly, what I see is, like, because everything's there. They have fucking 100 gex it.
Is there a genre that Coachella tries to conform or basically...
I mean, in the fucking trailers, they use, like, EDM travel music.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
But I don't know. There's a bunch of festivals that like are catered to specific genres. Like they're for example,
you have the EDC, which is like strictly EDM.
Yeah, well, there's all kinds of EDM festivals. And then there's Aftershock, which is a huge metal and rock festival. You have like Vans Warped Tour, is a lot of punk.
Yeah. And then you have that Tropicalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tropicalia tour where it's like Cuco and Latino artist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Coachella is something that would be like hella sick. I mean, honestly, like, well, yeah, when things open up again, what's it called? I just got friends with this one band called Fashion Jackson. Before all the quarantine stuff, Rip Momney toured with them and everything. And Rip Momney did the cover of Put Your Records On.
Uh-huh.
Dope as fuck. I fucking love.
I know you're a big fan of that.
I am a big fan of Rip Momney.
So let me ask you that: if because of that song blew up because of TikTok.
Because of TikTok, yeah.
How do you feel about TikTok as an extension of the music industry?
I think, I mean, while I don't necessarily like love TikTok, like I'm not an avid TikTok user. I know a lot of people that are like in the loop with that, and I don't know. I kind of find it as like a weird app because it's also like a place where underage people can post provocative stuff, you know, and kind of get away with it. I think that's kind of like.
But what do you? But why can they get away with it more on TikTok than any other social media platform?
That is true. That is true. I don't know. I just have my little qualms with the annoyance of trends on the app. But you know, it is also a way to get a lot of people to listen to stuff. I think that there was a makeup artist that.
Oh, I was just watching. I know exactly what you're talking about because I just watched his interview with Gary Vaynerchuk. His name's. Are you talking about Hiram? I
don't know. I think yes. Yes, I think so.
I just watched his interview with Gary Vaynerchuk the other day, and that guy is crazy.
He is the dude that had he does like amazing makeup. I think for the music video, there's a music video that Rip Momney released the other day for the cover of Put Your Records On. You know, the one that blew up and stuff. And then they flew Ram over to do the makeup for everyone in the video, and it just looks super super sick.
So who's is Ram the band you were talking about that you're friends with?
No. That's Fashion Jackson. But yeah, that's the band that like once everything opens up, and of course we don't know when that's going to happen. They're already like, yeah, like you're gonna do shows with us, like you're gonna tour with us.
So how did that connection come about? You said they're from San Diego, right?
They are from San Diego, but
and just to be clear, everybody knows you're from the Bay Area.
Bay Area, above the Bay Bridge. Yeah. Fashion Jackson is from San Diego, but they did a show with Half Mad, Rafa. You know, I'll talk about the people that helped me with the project later. Rafael Rodriguez, an amazing man, the man, the myth, the legend, produces all my stuff. Of course, has like a huge say in the music that I make. We're fucking tight. We blood. He is friends with all the members of Fashion Jackson because he was in, I think he's still kind of he's still helping out Half Mad, but Half Mad did a little show with them at one point in the Bay Area because they have a Bay Area following as well.
Whatever happened to Half Mad? Because I remember locally they were a band that was around. Are they no longer making music?
I don't know. The way that Rafa dude, no disrespect if anyone from Half Mad watches this, the way that Rafa puts it is that like everyone is kind of doing their own thing now. You know, everyone is kind of getting separate. Logan Longmuir, who's the rhythmic guitarist for it, he's going to start making his own music.
Really?
Stephen Martone, the bassist.
I used to work with Logan.
Logan is sick as fuck.
Cool guy.
Logan is cool as fuck. And Steve Martone is a part of like, I think like another, like 2 other bands or something. And he's doing his own stuff. And then of course Rafa, you know, he's doing his own stuff too with me and everyone who's.
I mean, that's cool though. Good for them. Like that's.
There's nothing
definitely wrong with that.
It is definitely for the better.
Because they were a local band that I genuinely enjoyed. Like
Half Mad, no, fucking crazy.
I loved.
But then another thing that you had to take into account is a lot of the way that everything was composed was Rafa.
Yeah.
So that's also another way that I kind of see it. Is I'm like, like Scared the Fire. Like, you know, like who had to say in that song? He was like, I kind of like put together that whole song.
So do you think he was like the bass line of that project?
I mean, he was the bass line of, yeah. I definitely think so.
Did he produce all their stuff?
He did produce all their stuff.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And he still does. They have some tracks I think they have a quad release, 4 songs that are going to be released in one project, and then Rafa's, he's still recording it with them.
Oh, so they're like they're still.
I think it's like a one last kind of like.
Oh, so they're done after this.
They're done. I believe so. I believe so. I don't know. There aren't any details. There aren't anything. There isn't anything set in stone. But I'm telling you what I know about the Half Mad circle at the moment.
I mean, that's cool. Yeah. I think it's always very sad to me when there's a band that's genuinely talented, but they break up on bad terms because I feel like that's so much.
That is always, dude. That careers. You know what? To be honest though. That is some shit that I've only seen happen with like indie bands that like, you know, that I've just like known about. Like fucking Rescue, they broke up because there was some shit that fucking happened with like, you know, the people in the band. They all had disputes with each other. Half Mad kicked out their fucking drummer because they had disputes with him. Fucking I don't even know. Or people just go on different paths. That's how it, you know, usually happens. People just go on different paths. They realize they want to do different things, and you know, that's a part of it.
I feel like that always comes with at least one person being there being some form of arrogance or some form of exclusion going on within the band, and that kind of has a ripple effect, I feel like, and it definitely is always felt with the other members. Like, it's never one person, but it always tends to be one person that.
It always does tend to be one person.
That at least ignites the fire. I think it's always, you know, when I feel like most of, you know, what I've heard, generally when a band breaks up or goes their separate ways, it is always it seems almost that it's a lot. It seems like it's always a group decision, but that decision is ignited by a certain.
That's like
person
something that
band.
scares me, or it scared me so much. Is like, fuck, what if the people that I'm like, you know, that I'm working with currently go on different paths? But it's like, it's to the point where we're so close that I'm never worried of that happening. Like the people that I have, you know, making Holbrook the EP over the summer, of course, I was with Christian, Kate, Rafa, and Grant, and I just know that those are going to be my homies for fucking life.
Yeah, so that's a good segue. So that's something that's always really interested me about your music, is your collaboration. So this project that you just put out, your Holbrook EP debut project, was it more you? Was it a collaborative project? Because I've always been interested with your music, the way that your counterparts and the way that the people you work with and your contemporaries tie into your workflow.
Yeah. So yeah, it started with the song Touch Over the Summer. I was in a relationship at that time. I wrote a song for her. I was with Grant and Rafa. And yeah, I don't know. It started with that. And then I remember that I got broken up with like maybe like 2 months after. And then I was kind of like, fuck, I can make more songs. But I wrote all the shits myself. The ones that I kind of got help with though, two songs off the EP was Calvin's Y2K, and then I don't know, there were a lot of times in terms of just like a writing buddy, the homie Kate, who's like, you know, with me on the projects and stuff. She's really, really good at like writing with me. She just understands my style in terms of writing. With producing, I like to have like everyone else there. But yeah, in terms of just writing, it was like me, and you know. Times when I'd want to make edits or I'd want to know how something was finished or, you know, validation, I'd be like, hey, Kate, what do you think of this line? And then I'd just like FaceTime her. But yeah.
So it was more you were bouncing ideas off a lot of
it. Was more, yes. And that was literally the whole process because, you know, we all listen to like remotely the same artists. Like we like kind of the same shit, but we also had very, very different, you know, tastes and everything. You know, of course, Rafa's into the, you know, into the multi-instrumentalists like Corey Wong, Hiatus Coyote, Lewis Cole, Thundercat, Wolfpack, yeah, Polyphia. You know, Kate would be into all the indie bands. Grant would be into all of the, you know, all the electronic pop artists like Jai Paul, James Blake. It's just everyone. You know, all that validation, all the people that I've been friends with for a very, very long time. Also, you know, just being, you know, super, super in sync. Everyone's in the room. You know, when people, I don't know, when everyone wants something to be better and they're all in the room, it literally, you know, the energy there, with all of us just bouncing ideas back and forth on the project, it just, you know, it just worked like butter. And then, yeah, I mean, we're all cool with each other, so it was sick.
So that's from a songwriting perspective. What about a production perspective?
Production is a lot of us. Yeah, Rafa. Rafa. It's kind of like, you know, he makes super, super different music, and you know, it's kind of, you know, he puts a lot into some of it. Sometimes we had to be like, hey, like, we should take that out, take that out.
What do you mean?
Okay, so for example, Y2K, the second verse, at one point it was like him beatboxing and then just like a bunch of just, you know, added percussion that wasn't really necessary for the song.
He's ambitious.
Yeah. And I mean, he's a high functioning person. You know, he puts what he thinks is right. So all of us, it kind of takes like a whole team to be like, hey, this'll be better here and this'll be better here and maybe we should take this out. And it's a lot of us just kind of getting it to our liking. And then, you know, yeah.
So moving forward, are these the same people you want to work with? Like, do you want to work with this core group of people for a long period of time?
And I mean, even if I do kind of separate from them in a way, I'm going to always be connected with them. You know.
Would you separate from them, or would they separate from you? Like, are they interested?
I honestly don't fucking. You know, if anything, I see. I don't know, because it's almost like we're all growing together in a way artistically. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to see that we drift away completely. Because you know, I'm here, East Bay. Kate's in Orange County and stuff, and then she'd still FaceTime me from time to time, and she's still writing, and I'm helping her out.
Is she down there right now?
Yep. She's flying back right now.
Is she going to school, or?
She's going to school at Chapman.
I see. Okay. Mm-hmm. Chapman, man, that's the art school.
Yeah.
I could see you at Chapman.
I don't want to go to college, but thank you.
So what's up with the college thing? Are you?
Not no. I kind of felt that throughout high school. Okay, so writing the Holbrook EP actually, there were a lot of times when I was in school, and I was like, man, I don't want to be in school. I want to kind of write this Holbrook EP, and then in my gut, it just always felt right. It was one of those things that I was like. It also just made me realize, like, you know, writing everything and, you know, going home and skipping class and shit. It just felt right. And I don't know. I just felt my senior year especially. And I guess that it could just be my senior year. I just never was academically for it as other people were, you know. And I just think that, like, you know. So the way that I'm thinking about it now, okay. So there's some stuff that's happening. I'm gonna kind of full-fledged in that direction. If I fuck up now, I could just go to school later.
That's I think that's a really good perspective. That I don't think a lot of people don't take into account that you can always go back to school.
You can always go back to school.
You can't always.
You can be less motivated.
Yeah.
But you can always go back to school.
Dude, you can go to college when you're 87. It doesn't really matter. There's I'm taking a history of rock and R&B class right now, and there's 40-year-olds in my class.
40-year-olds.
There's literally a kid in my class. I think he's like 11.
He's 11 years old?
He takes it with his dad.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah, so he's in the class and his dad's in the class, and that's just how community college is, though. Like, there's, like, I'm not sure. I imagine at like a university, it would be a little bit different. I don't think you're gonna have 40-year-olds taking classes at a university.
Yeah, that shit's fucking expensive.
I mean, 100%. Yeah, but they'd be engraved like in that culture too, and it'd be kind of weird. But with community college being so affordable, you do see a lot of older people. I
also think that there's a stigma around. You know, I think, yeah, I mean, it's worldwide, but I mean, mostly around California. I feel like there's a lot of people that are very set on, like, man, you have to go to 4 years of college. You have to do the 4-year plan or you're going to fucking fail in life.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I think this is something a lot of people could benefit from. So you as an artist, what was your walk me through where you were in your senior year of high school. You were moving towards music, but you also wanted to go to college. What motivated you to take that jump from that collegial mindset and that academic path, the traditional student academic path, to full on say, okay, I'm not interested in academia. I can pursue this later in my life, but right now I'm going to take advantage of the moment and I'm going to go pursue music. What was that last straw moment? Like when were you like, you know what, I'm done. Like
fuck that. Okay, that didn't really come until like later. Like I knew deep down I didn't fucking like school and I didn't want to go to school, but I knew that it was something that I had to do. But I think kind of when quarantine started and I was just writing everything, you know, we were doing school from home. It just made me really, really unmotivated. There was this one night though. I think you were there for a little bit. I had a few people over and I played Holbrook, you know, just for like a few peeps. And after that I had this conversation with Rafa and Christian outside after everyone left. And then, you know, Rafa not going to school, kind of just full-fledged in his direction. You know, he told me, he's like, dude, I don't think you need to go to school. Like, you know, you can do this. We could keep making stuff, you know. And I just felt so much energy in that moment. You know, there was like a lot of pent-up, like, man, I need to go to school, don't I? Or, you know, there was just like a lot of times when I had doubts. But in that moment when he was just being 100% real with me, I just kind of felt like, yeah, fuck. I mean, I could just do it later. You know, and we were just talking about, you know, theoretically how everything would work. And, you know, it's like, okay, we could definitely tour with this person. We could move down here if things are right. Or, you know, just building connections and stuff. And, you know, I also had the point brought up to me by, like, a lot of people outside of the music thing. They're like, Lance, like, you know, you do this. You do stuff that, you know, people that would go on a 4-year path aren't able to do. And that's why they go into that direction. You know, I have a few friends that are, you know, going to college that don't even want to do what they're doing. And I think that's also a very scary thing.
It seems so illogical.
Is to go to
I feel like
and spending hella money, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
what are you doing?
Well, not even that. I feel like it's not so much about the money. It's more so about what are you getting for the money.
What are you?
If you think about it from an ROI perspective, like economically, right? Your return on investment from college used to be way greater than what it is now because degrees are not valued as much as they used to be. And I think a lot of that's because of the internet age, and we're seeing that with COVID, that anybody can do anything from home. So with that mindset, why do I have to go to school to learn to become an electrician if I can look up a bunch of videos on YouTube?
Dude, see, you know what? You also bring up a good point about like how I got unmotivated. Whenever I went home, and my parents know this, for the first 2 week, period of us being on lockdown, I did not because we were supposed to do schoolwork, I didn't do like any of it for like 2 weeks, and I was just playing the guitar and fucking writing. And, when I was at home, I
genuinely feel like you probably learned more and benefited more from playing the guitar and writing than you probably would have from online high school. Yeah. Genuinely. And that's coming from the perspective of somebody who also went to online high school. And I tried
that shit
really
sucks,
hard
dude. It fucking
for the first
sucks,
month,
dude.
And it sucked. It was garbage. Dude. I was doing busy work, and what sucked about it is in my mind, I wanted somebody to blame. I wanted to be like, oh, like, this idiot is making me do online school. But it's no one's fault.
That was the shit. Okay, dude. Bro, that's fucking what made me get off Snapchat for like a while over the fucking break. There's fucking people that were like complaining like, oh my god, these teachers fucking suck because they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that. It's not their fucking fault.
What are they supposed to do?
They're literally trying to teach from home, dude.
Exactly.
I feel like people give like a lot of teachers shit when they're just fucking lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of
people just disregard a teacher and say, oh, this teacher is the reason that I have a bad grade.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't think there is any teacher that is designing a class with the goal of you getting a lower grade opposed to a higher grade.
There are a few cunts. There are a few cunts I've encountered in high school.
I mean, there are bad teachers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there aren't bad teachers.
But there are definitely some that aren't as bad as people say that they are.
For sure. And I mean, like, with Corona, like, people were just completely ridiculous. And they're like, oh, these teachers aren't doing anything. They aren't trying. Dude, what are they supposed to do? They literally were just told one day, one random Friday, okay, don't come back to school on Monday because of this disease. You're going to have to move in your entire school year online. Like, what? Like, how do you adapt to that? That's almost unadaptable.
That's the crazy fucking thing is, like, SG. Okay, so SG was one... Shout out to SG. SG was my anatomy and physiology teacher. And I remember, he was, like, the last person I saw, the last day of school, I think Friday the 13th. And I remember I interacted with him, that day. He said, all right, this might be the last day I see you. Don't, like, get discouraged on work. And I did get discouraged on work.
That's crazy.
A lot of people give him shit. But in reality, like, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have passed, like, any classes. Like, he literally called me on the phone, drilled it into me. I had, like, a fucking 40% in his class.
He called you on the phone?
He's like, everybody tell Lance to fucking Google Classroom chat with me. It was scary as fuck. But, dude, he motivated me to do better in all my classes. And, teachers don't get paid for that.
Yeah.
Teachers don't.
That's extra, bro.
Yeah, to go on the side and, like, actually, and I think he had, like, office hours for people to get extra credit.
Well, it sounds like he cared.
He did. He was kind of, I mean, of course, I feel like the only reason I was aggravated towards him because I was fucking lazy.
Dude, genuinely, I feel like there is a lot of times in a lot of cases where it is more than necessary to light a fire under somebody's ass. People need to be pushed.
People want to blame something, like you
100%.
Said. Yeah.
I lost so much weight when I was a kid because I was fat shamed, honestly. And I'm not defending fat shaming, obviously. Nobody should be fat shamed.
Yeah.
But I'm using it as a premise to just make the point that sometimes there is some good that can happen out of feeling pressure. You have to be uncomfortable. If you're comfortable with your everything you do, if your day-to-day routine is comfortable, you will not grow. And I feel
I feel that.
With what you were saying in terms of school, there's no reason why I don't think there's anything wrong with this teacher calling you and saying, oh, Lance, you got to get on your shit.
Yeah, but because I was so pressured and stuff, I was scared, but I knew that it had to be.
But there's some good that comes out of that. That's very primal.
There has to be pressure. Okay, so let's say there's a procrastinator and stuff, and they already have like 10 fucking missing assignments, right? They're already they were in progressively hot water until it was boiling, so they're not going to get themselves out. They're a frog in boiling water that was progressively getting hot, and they're stuck in there. They're like, I might as well not get out. I was fucking a frog that jumped right into boiling water because SG called me on the fucking phone. So I jumped the fuck out, and I, my human instinct, I was like, shit, I need to get my shit together. And I got my grade up to a fucking 84%. So that shit was sick. Dude, 40% to 84.
That's kind of crazy.
Fucking plug,
you doubled your grade. And the thing is, like, I feel like
I did.
If you told somebody, like, oh, this teacher called me on the phone to ask me to do my work, most people would be like, oh, what a freak. Like, and in some sense,
a lot of people see that. A lot of people in the group chat, they were like, Lance, like, we're praying for you, and but I don't know. A lot of the people in the anatomy and physiology class, they all respected SG, which is cool. But yeah, I don't know.
When do you think it's too far? When a teacher is pushing a kid specifically, and they have that like high school teacher to high school student relationship,
so where I've heard about it, where I've heard about it the fucking most, okay, sports fucking coaches, I was just gonna say sports fucking coaches, people calling a fucking kid a faggot. Like just calling him a faggot in front of the whole class. And I've heard about that shit. That sucks. I've heard it from someone.
You've heard about it?
I've heard about it. And that's like, I think that,
it's
like,
from him.
I think when there's a lot of times when they need to put pressure on a student, I think that sports coaches, they take advantage of, kids that are young. And, putting them in that mindset of like, okay, this is going to push them to do better. And, I think it's almost a selfish act to get on a kid that they could obviously take advantage of because a part in the equation, that shit's crazy. And I don't know, I've just heard some very, very controversial statements that football players would remark to me in class. It always starts with like, yo, in weights class, Lance, like this happened. And then they tell me what like the coach would say. And then it would be like, the coach like berating the students. And that's like, I don't know. I haven't heard of any worse times than people, people getting berated by coaches.
See, I think, to me, the way I see it, right, is there is a point where pressure can be differentiated from verbal abuse, all right? And as from somebody who's played sports their entire childhood, I can tell you I've literally witnessed verbal abuse. I've seen coaches say some absolutely inappropriate and just not okay things to children. 100%.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's seen that, I think that doesn't help somebody. I do think maybe a little bit of pressure by your coach to perform, a little bit of pressure maybe reinforced by, extra workout, maybe reinforced by, if go make 5 free throws in a row or run 10 suicides. Stuff like that, I see the point. I 100% understand that. And I think I think it's better to not threaten somebody, but I think it's better to, if you're going to use a motivation and a reward system, I think the consequence being another exercise that only gets you better, I think that can be very effective and a lot of good can come out of it. Now, what I don't agree with is the consequence being some sort of, obviously you wouldn't outright say this, but some form of verbal abuse. Like some kid knowing, if I don't make 5 free throws, my coach is going to call me this F word, or my coach is going to get in my face. F-word. That's not okay. Like, that is not okay. And there's nothing that comes out of that. Like, there is I really don't think there is any good that comes out of a coach, like, physically getting in a child's face.
I don't know. I've heard the fucked up stories. One of the homies on the basketball team got like a pencil shoved up, and I don't know. I just hear some, and the thing is like, they see the coach doing that, and the coach is like, the almighty, someone that everyone looks up to. The teammates see the coach getting on that kid, the teammates get on that kid, and it's kind of like, there's just so much stigma around. Oh, the coach is picking on him. Let's pick on him too. Let's pick on him too. And I don't know, dude. I didn't fuck with sports throughout high school. It wasn't, actually the coaches were hella nice. Coach Scott and Coach Schwartz. They were super, super nice. It's just the people on the team were really, really weird. Mm-hmm. And I felt very, very uncomfortable around them. But, I don't know. Sports just wasn't for me. I guess the Creed VR...
It all comes full circle.
I guess the Creed VR is the one that I'm... Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You said you biked over the summer?
I did bike a lot over the summer. I think, you biked with me once.
I went with you once, but I didn't realize that it was like a continued thing.
It was a continued thing. I bike probably once a week. I probably should bike more, but...
Were you like street biking or were you like mountain biking?
Not fucking I could probably mountain bike. I probably could.
Do you have a mountain bike?
Yes.
I really want to get into it, but it's such a...
Do you know anyone that mountain bikes?
I know a lot of people that mountain bike.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a... I really want to get into it, but it's a very high cost sport to begin, because a good mountain bike or even a good street bike is literally thousands of dollars. Like you could... Like, I guarantee you there are mountain bikes that cost more than my car.
Yeah, I got... The bike is called the GT500X, I think, and my...
Sounds like a graphics card.
Yeah. My Uncle Rico, I don't exactly know why he has a bicycle, because he has polio, but he had a...
Is he in a wheelchair?
No.
Okay.
He kind of, you know...
Dude, I wasn't even aware that polio still affected people.
It does. No, it doesn't really anymore. I think he got it, like, back then. He was in the Philippines and stuff. Yada. Health is weird there. And, I don't know. He just gave me the bike, and that's like a $1,000 bike. And,
Jesus.
Mountain bike. I used it in the street, and I rode it a lot over the summer. And I don't know. It was just super, super sick. I don't know. I watched this movie called Call Me By Your Name with Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer. It's pretty dope. And, I don't know. They're biking. They're wearing dope fits. You know? They're fucking...
You're part of the Timothy Chalamet craze, bro?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Why is Timothy Chalamet...
I would fuck Timothy Chalamet. I would fuck Timothy Chalamet. I would for sure fuck Timothy Chalamet. You fucking too?
Why is... When did Timothy Chalamet become like a sex symbol?
Like,
what about Timothy Chalamet became a sex symbol?
I think what it is...
If you were white, you would kind of look like Timothy Chalamet. If you were white and like 60 pounds lighter. Because I swear to God, Timothy Chalamet...
I could lose
like
some weight, dude. I could... I don't know. I think that where it comes... Okay, so you know how there's that new Harry Styles Vogue photo shoot, and he's wearing a dress? He's kind of challenging, you know, male standards, how you're supposed to kind of dress and look. Mm-hmm. I think that kind of got challenged, you know, when Timothy Chalamet came in the picture. He did that.
That's the new sexy, though.
That is the new sexy. You're a dude. You embrace your femininity. Girls fuck with that, dude. Everyone fucks with that.
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend told me this. I was talking to her about the whole Vogue thing.
Oh.
And she said, what she was saying is that the reason that is, like, she was explaining that to me. She says she thinks it's because of the confidence thing. Like,
it is also, yeah, it
has
definitely
long been, like, stated that women are attracted to confident men. But when there is a man that is confident enough to wear a dress, like when Harry Styles goes on a Vogue
fucking
cover,
power move, dude.
It's a power move, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he is saying that I'm the most confident motherfucker in this room. Like,
dude,
I do not care. Like, no, I do not care what you think about me.
Yeah, hold up. I want to show a Ben Shapiro meme real quick.
That's all right. Ben Shapiro.
It is a hair. Did you see it? I posted it on my story the other day. Here, I'll first show you.
I'll put it up on the camera.
We gotta get Ben on the podcast.
Yeah. He did it to himself.
I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, no, I saw that. What's your whole thing on the Candace Owens, Harry Styles, Ben Shapiro beef?
So fucking apparently Vogue kind of what they said in their article got out of context, and I think
that's what I've heard.
Candace Owens made a comment, and then Ben Shapiro made a comment. Ben Shapiro, he just doesn't really understand modern things, nor does Candace Owens really. I guess
I think.
I mean, they're paid to say insensitive shit. You know, they're entertainers. They're fucking political entertainers. I don't really have too much thought into it. I don't. You know, that's kind of just how internet beef is. I don't fucking get into it because I know it's fucking pointless most of the time because things get taken out of context, gets blown up. I don't. Yeah.
It's so hard to.
I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I could care less. Harry Styles wore a fucking dress that looks dope as fuck.
When there's issues like that, bro, I feel like it's so hard to like know even what you're reading. Like if I go on Twitter and I read a quote from Vogue or a quote from Candace Owens, it's so hard to know what they actually mean without reading
because
the
it's
rest of
like
what they
you
say.
read it. And that's a very small... I mean, it could just be their statement.
Yeah.
But there could be, like, a lot of things they said before that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the way the internet blows things up. They blow things up that look more interesting to kind of headline.
Yeah, that's how
but they could have said a million things before they said that.
I mean, yeah. But I do think with Candace Owens... She did tweet that herself.
She did say, bring back manly men. And that's kind of like what?
I mean, yeah, I get it. Like... I was talking to him about this, and he told me that she's been saying that, I guess, for a long time. But
yeah, she said,
I don't know.
Yeah, she said a few things, I think.
I don't know. Baseline though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who she was attacking or her motives or Vogue's motives, but I do know that I don't give a shit if Harry Styles wears a dress.
Dude.
I don't care. Like,
he looks good in it.
He fucking looks good. He fucking looks good in it, dude. When I go on fucking tour, there's gonna be a day where I fucking put glitter on my face and makeup. It's gonna look fucking dope.
Pull Bowie.
I'm gonna pull a fucking Bowie, dude.
Bowie. You can find some like really deep web pictures of Bowie from some of the stuff he'd wear, like some of his smaller shows when he was very, very, very small, like before David Bowie was David Bowie. Mm-hmm. Some of the stuff he wore was eccentric as shit, and there is a lot.
That
of
shit's
truth.
Dope as fuck though. If you can pull it off.
Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to. You could almost call it the Lady Gaga strategy. The wear something that's going to get people talking about you.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. And a lot of people have put that formula, that tried and true formula into effectiveness.
Not to be my 21 Pilots stand self.
Do you like 21 Pilots?
I fuck with 21 Pilots, dude. I actually fuck with... What's your favorite album by 21 Pilots? I love Blurryface because it's nostalgic. I don't like Blurryface. I like... Trench is their best album.
I don't like Trench, honestly.
What?
People were freaking out about Trench
if you were to see it in concert and they're standing on top of a fucking burning car.
You saw them in concert?
I did see them in concert.
Okay, my problem with a lot of... Okay, I don't like their music, personally.
Really?
Vessel...
Okay, that shit, I can understand that.
No. I was going to say, I think there's a lot of good ideas on Vessel. And I didn't like Vessel before... Like, there was a long time before... Like, okay... I felt like I shitted on Vessel very preemptively. Like,
why?
Because of their fan base. And because of the toxic image around them. There was a long period of time where I was like, oh, fuck 21 Pilots, but I did not give them a fair chance. And then I went and I listened to a lot of their stuff, and I still really disliked most of it, to be honest with you.
There were
some cuts on Vessel.
House of Gold is fire. That
really
song,
groovy.
House of Gold, is fire.
Yeah, they're really groovy. Like, House of Gold's really good. Semi-Automatic's a great song.
Yeah.
But it's not really a problem, but one thing about 21 Pilots that has become very apparent to me is that a lot of their fan base overrates their musicianship. Like, people that
can definitely fuck up.
Or not Josh Drum. Josh Dunn.
Uh-huh.
Is like a really good drummer. I mean, he's like a very... it seems like he's a very average skilled drummer. Like, he's... I don't know, like, 21 Pilots fans tend to, like, listen to every 4/4 that Josh Dunn
you just kind of... Yeah, I mean...
like, oh, he's amazing.
When I listen to fucking music, dude, I remember during the year, I was a goddamn snob about my music taste. I was a fucking entitled ass fucking bitch, and I'm gonna admit it, because I was like, man, I listen to fucking Animal Collective, I listen to Radiohead, I'm fucking different from all these fools. But now, you know, I'm fucking playing 5 Seconds of Summer One Direction songs, and I'm fucking slapping it. And I'm not ashamed to do so because, you know...
shouldn't be.
Once you separate yourself from being affected by a fan base, you will enjoy music more.
Oh, yeah.
You will enjoy music so much fucking more.
But that's why I was saying, like I definitely preemptively judge them because of their fan base.
When you do judge people is when you're breathing the same air and you're seeing them in concert, and the people are fucking around you, and you know they're in overalls, you know they have their fucking scary ass face paint on that all the 21 Pilots fans have.
But I get it, bro. I get it. Like, music is my life, and I would never want to take away somebody else's love for an artist. I understand that. While I don't stan any particular artist like that. I feel that passionate about music. I don't think I would express it in the way of painting my face or like doing it, one of the things that these 21 Pilots fans do, but that's just me. And that's my personality, and that's how I express that's not how I express my passion. But as somebody who loves music more than anything else in the world, I don't have a problem, and I'm never going to judge anybody who not performs, but displays their love of music in a different way. And maybe that way is painting your face when you go see 21 Pilots, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In the same way that it's just being yourself. That's why I don't think there's anything wrong with Harry Styles wearing a dress. Like, it's a very...
Dude, I'd get Harry Styles to sign my titties, dude, if I were around him. That's the way that I'd show my respect. I'd be like, sign my titties. I'd hold up a sign my titties, Harry Styles. And then
Harry Styles was the original sex symbol of music.
The original sex...
sorry.
I think he pulls a lot of...
I said that very wrong. He was the original sex symbol of our generation in music.
Yeah. But, okay, going back to what you said, I think we kind of got off track. We kind of on track, but got off track. 21 Pilots. Fucking... Who's the main dude? Tyler from 21 Pilots. He would wear ski masks when he'd perform. Yeah, when he'd perform at gigs, and the people would remember what he looks like because he wore ski masks. They're like, who the fuck is that dude? And plenty of artists do that. Fucking Marshmello does that shit.
Daft Punk.
Deadmau5. Daft Punk.
Slipknot.
That shit's scary as fuck though.
Dude,
I'm scared. That scares me, dude.
Yeah, I was like just talking about this. There's a lot of I was talking about this with my friend Ian, who writes for the site. Good friend of mine.
Yeah. Shout out Ian.
He just reviewed a project that he loved from
1-800-PAIN?
1-800-PAIN, yeah.
That shit's scary, dude, but it's dope.
It's terrifying, but I was talking to him about how there is a lot of smart marketing that goes into concealing your identity.
Yeah.
I started thinking about it. That's been a very common thing for a long time.
Daft
Punk, MF Doom, 1-800-PAIN, Slipknot, the Marshmello. There's so many artists who, in so many different lanes of music, that have concealed their identity on stage, and it sort of surrounds you with this like mysticism. People don't fully understand you, and that's part of the appeal.
I think that's a part of the appeal towards music in general. I mean, you're not gonna fucking listen to fucking Burn the Witch or listen to fucking I don't know, just abstract ass songs. You're not gonna like get the meaning from Daydreaming by Radiohead. You're not going to just crack that. You know, I think that there's a lot of whenever Frank Ocean says some shit just like that you don't know, it's to him. He's talking about it from his perspective. You don't actually know what he's referring to. That's like in his head. I think that there's a charm in the mystery towards writing. And I make sure to kind of do. I've taken a lot of notes from a lot of my artists. It felt like they were talking to someone that the audience didn't see, and that just made it so much more interesting. That it and I think it also adds a level of personality. It adds a level of secrecy.
Yeah.
Secrecy towards what's going on in their head. I just find that so appealing.
Well, when you're playing a character too, like I think there's a lot of truth and a lot of good marketing that goes into what Oliver Tree does. Oliver Tree is really smart with the way he plays his character. He goes on Fantano's interview and he freaks out, or he goes on the H3H3 podcast and he freaks out. There's a lot of marketing that goes into that, and it gets people talking. And if you look into like Oliver Tree's past, it makes a lot of sense. This is not his first musical endeavor. He's done a lot of other stuff that was unsuccessful. So I feel like he started.
But then he, got the bowl cut, started wearing bright ski jackets.
He realized that sometimes being a quality musician is not enough. You have to have an image too. Yeah. You don't always have to have an image, but a lot of the times you do. I mean, there's people who don't.
I've definitely noticed it. Collaborator that I had, Shamir Bailey, on Calvin's. I've talked to him, because I have some people hitting me up from a record label, and I was like, how the fuck do I talk to this person? And he's just like, just tell them your story. That you just got out of high school, you skip class to make the Holbrook EP. Just be honest with them, and there's a lot of tactic. That's why a lot of young people are in music. Billie Eilish, she's 18 years old, she's making music from her bedroom.
Her story is crazy.
Her story is fucking crazy.
Did you know the whole Ocean Eyes thing? Like how
it was on SoundCloud?
Yeah, but it was only on SoundCloud because she her brother Phineas and her whole family produced music, and they made that track for a dance routine that she was gonna do. She was a dancer. And then I don't remember exactly who it was. It might have been her brother or somebody at the recital, but I believe somebody convinced her to put Ocean Eyes on SoundCloud.
That shit's so sick. Up. Yeah, I mean,
it's almost like an accident.
Yeah. I mean, Shamir and I, we made Calvin's, and it got a good amount of streams, and that was like my first song that I've released on streaming platforms, which is, I mean, I guess SoundCloud, but SoundCloud is like, you can't really reach too many people on just one platform. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all right, hold on. I want to shout out fucking AG Club. AG Club. I had the most. Okay, so first of all, they're from Antioch, rap group, and what's it called? I had the most out of my ass message to one of the members of the group, and I just DM'd him. I said, yo, I fuck with your vocal style. You have to be Filipino. I feel it in my bones. He's like, I'm half. And then he fucking follows me. Shit is crazy as fuck, bro. AG Club is so high. They were so good that they got fucking NLE Choppa and A$AP Ferg on the track.
Well, let's get them on here.
Maybe. I don't know. But they're 2 years out of high school, so they have a pretty crazy story. I bet that, in Antioch, everyone has a SoundCloud and shit. Yeah. But, they started making really, really good music here and there. And, yeah, I don't know. Shout out to AGC Baby Boy, who I hope to collab with at one point.
Shout out. I mean, let's end it on that. Let's
end it on that.
Shout yourself out. Tell everybody where they can find your music. Plug yourself.
Yeah.
Store,
okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. Lance Redeker, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, whatever you got. And I just released Holbrook, which is an EP that has 7 songs on it. And next week, I don't know when this is dropping, but on November 27th, I'm dropping a song called Keys, which Shamir says is my best song. My best song.
Best song, everybody.
Best song, everybody.
AboveTheRidgeMusic.com. Lance Redeker.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, man.